Good evening and welcome to Community High School's commencement for the class of 2005. It is my pleasure to welcome you, parents, grandparents, friends, and family, to this ceremony celebrating the achievements of this remarkable group of young men and women. I also welcome our superintendent, Dr. George Fanero, and Board President Karen Ross will introduce the Board of Education.
Good evening. It is my great pleasure as President of the Board of Education and as a parent of a Community High 2005 graduate to say congratulations to the class of 2005. At this time, I'd like to introduce my colleagues on the board. Vice President Susan Baskett, our Treasurer, Randy Friedman, Helen Gates Bryant, Deb Mexicott, our Secretary, Catherine Griswold, and Glenn Nelson. Thank you, and again, congratulations.
We'd also like to welcome the newly elected special friend of Community High, Irene Patalin. We have other central office administrators here. Mrs. Orma Lapp, Deputy Superintendent for Business Services. I'm going to suggest that we hold our applause here. I've got quite a list to go through. Ms. Jerry Middleton, Deputy Superintendent for Instruction. Leanne Dickinson Kelly, Administrator for Elementary Education. Liz Margolis, Director of Communications. Bob Gallardi, Deputy Superintendent for Administrative Services, and our former Dean, and my boss, Arlene Barnes, Administrator for Secondary Education. I am Judy Conger, and it is my privilege to be the Dean of Community High School. I welcome you, and I thank you for your support of this school and the staff. We have one staff member retiring this year. Steve Eisenberg has been our physics teacher, math teacher, forum leader for many years. He is known for his enthusiasm, energy, and belief that all students could learn physics and advanced algebra. He worked tirelessly to make this ideal a reality. Students appreciated his stories and his ability to make difficult subjects fun. I'm sure everyone enjoyed the physics class bowling down the third floor main hall. Real bowling ball to teach momentum and velocity. Everyone except the person whose office was directly below the bowling alley, that is. Steve's forum students especially miss him, and I'm sure you will hear that reflected this evening. We wish Steve well in retirement. Please join me in a round of applause. This is a remarkable class of terrific men and women. You will see as we proceed through the evening just how wonderful they are. We take enormous pride in their accomplishments, as do you, their families and friends. They have earned their special place in the record of this school and in our hearts. These students won the state mock trial tournament twice in a row in '03 and '04 and achieved 4th in the nation at the national competition in '04. This year, they were robbed. They came in second in the nation. I think we have a dynasty in the making. They have also won numerous writing awards, Model UN competitions, newspaper awards, slam poetry contests, art shows, and jazz competitions. They have dazzled us with dance. They have won Latin prizes and state math competitions. They have taken community resource classes too numerous to even begin to list. They have worked in the middle schools with students educating each other against discrimination, better known as SEED. They have soared in their knowledge of science. This is a class of men and women who give back. These students tutor others at the elementary and middle schools. They rake leaves and paint garages for senior citizens. They spend their vacations and summers in all parts of the world working on projects to help others. This is the generation of men and women who are taking the place of the group known as the greatest generation. They are not cynical, burned out, dropped out youth. They are remarkable men and women who will stand up for justice and work to make a better world for us all. We love them and we will miss them. Most of our students will speak and tell you what they have loved and what they cherish. But before I turn over the microphone, I have a few things I want to say. I decided to give a speech to the class of 2005. I've been thinking about this for some time, that instead of just my usual welcome and introduction, that I would actually make a speech, take this opportunity to give you some final deanly advice. In preparation, I've been reading other people's speeches. I remember one I really liked a few years ago that was about sunscreen. But most speeches talk about noble things, like work hard, be true to yourself, work for peace and justice. I thought about advice that I'd remembered. Out of all the advice I've heard at graduation speeches and advice people have given me, what do I remember? Okay, to tell the truth, not much. Group advice is not usually memorable. But I thought maybe I could gain some perspective if I talked to some senior citizens I know and ask them what they remember about advice. So I called my 90-year-old mother-in-law, Vera Conger. What advice do you remember? She said she'd have to think about it and call me back. An hour later, the phone rang. I picked it up. She said, no hello or anything. She just said, meet the challenge more than halfway. I said, where was this from? Her high school graduation, the class of 1932. She said, we had some pretty sharp teachers back then. Can you imagine what that class of students was facing? It's really hard to even think about now. I then asked my 90-year-old neighbor, Dr. Fred House. Dr. House was a member of this district's Board of Education when Pioneer High School was built. I asked him what his advice would be, what his best advice would be. He said, marry a good woman. I said, what was the best advice you ever received? I was trying to narrow it down. He said, to marry his wife. I said, okay, what advice would you give to high school graduates today? He said, wear earplugs if you're going to use a chainsaw. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's one of my passions. It's my mantra that my daughters would tell you, all young people are going to lose their hearing and deeply regret their rock concerts, boom boxes, and iPods. But that can't be the sum total of my wisdom or my speech. So I called my daughter Meredith, who is a biology teacher in Oakland, California. I said to her, what should I tell the graduates? She thought about it for a while, and then she said, tell them to use the force. Tell them it is so easy to go with the dark side, but they have to resist and use the force, all the wisdom they have learned from the good side. I thought I can work with this. Your teachers, and I use the word to include anyone working in a school since your preschool days, have had your best interests at heart. Whether we were being kind or stern or lenient or unforgiving, it has always been because we wanted you to turn out well, to learn stuff, to be responsible, be a good person. Here's the heart of it. You can take us with you. You know what we would say in any situation. You could be anywhere, anytime, and say, what advice would my forum leader be giving me now? What would John or Mike or Judy Irwin or Chris or Senora or Ed or LaTanya or Pam or Anne Marie or any one of the dozens of people who have known me since kindergarten, what would they tell me? Along with your parents and relatives and family friends, we truly are the force, and we will be with you anytime you call us up in your mind. So that is my advice. Use earplugs and protect your hearing, especially when you're using a chainsaw. And remember, the force is always with you. I want to make one addition to our list of staff. It was pointed out to me that none of our teaching assistants were listed. And I think they're possibly the most popular people in the school, although I kind of got into a little tiff with a few teachers about that. Kim Muntz, Terrence Johnson, Kevin Davis, and Jason Murphy work with us every day and enrich us immensely. And now I'll turn over the microphone to John and Mike. I'm sorry. And now, that mild and retiring guy, Dr. George Fanaro.
First, I thought, how would I follow Dean Conger with her speech about the force? And then she skipped over me, so maybe. To the teachers, counselors, Dean Conger, and all staff who have contributed in different ways to the success of each graduating senior honored here this evening, I commend you. To parents, family members, guardians, and friends who have collectively nurtured and supported these students, I applaud you. And to the 2005 graduating class of Community High School, who stand on the threshold of a new beginning, I challenge and encourage you. I challenge you to continue your odyssey of learning, both formal and informal. I challenge you to seek out and explore new frontiers of discovery. I challenge you to embrace change while maintaining a changeless core of principles and ethics, and to pursue personal excellence, but only at the expense of mediocrity. And to these challenges, I add encouragement. I encourage you to be authentic and honest with both yourself and others. I encourage you to take the high moral road in a world where integrity is too often situational and standards too often lowered. But most of all, I encourage you to bring your very best to each endeavor you undertake, guided by passion as well as intellect. If you accept these challenges and receive this encouragement, your future will be encased in the timeless architecture that supports true and lasting success. President Cross, Dean Conger, at this time, on behalf of the Board of Education, I formally accept Community High School's class of 2005 as having fulfilled all requirements and obligations necessary to graduate from the Ann Arbor Public School District. I hereby authorize the awarding of their diplomas. Congratulations.
Okay, back to me again. I thought I got to turn this over at some point. Okay, we move now into the presentation of awards. And our first reward is the Jill Award. There are 3 recipients this year. This award is given to the students who contribute to making Community High a happier place. The award is named for Jill Donnellan, a Community High teacher who brought a happy and generous spirit to students and staff for many years in the ILC. The fund was established by Thomas and Ann Schreiber. This year's winners are Rachel Rowe, Shoshana Silverman, and Simon Anderson. The Community Resources Award. The student who utilizes the Community Resource Program to its fullest is given this annual award. This year's award is given in the name of two CR teachers, Linda Diane Felt, a Community High graduate and a former winner of this award, has taught the history of Community High, alternative healing, and politics of change. It is wonderful when former grads can give something back to the school. Chuck Wilbur, a community high school parent who works with Jennifer Granholm, taught civics and electing the president. The latter course was highly relevant in teaching our youth how to get involved in the political process. We thank both of you. The winner of the Community Resources Award this year is Nina Feldman. The Pfizer Science and Math Scholarship. This award, sponsored by Pfizer's Science Education Task Force, honors a top student who has emphasized the study of science and mathematics during the high school years and who wishes to continue that pursuit at college. This year's winner, Erica Manopo. The Suzanne Ruth Springer Scholarship Award. The Suzanne Ruth Springer Award honors a community high graduate who excels in creative writing and encourages fellow writers. In honor of his mother, who encouraged young writers, David Ufer has established this award at Community High School. It is presented yearly by the Community High English Department. The winner, Katie Shanks. The Bruce Bartman Memorial Scholarship. Bruce Bartman Memorial Scholarship is Community High's oldest and most prestigious award. It is awarded to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the ideals of Community High School by being a full participant in our alternative program and by contributing to the betterment of the school community. Bruce Bartman was a member of Community High's first graduating class, and he died in a climbing accident just after graduation. The scholarship was established by his father, Dr. Fred Bartman, and is managed by the Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation. The winner, Marie Alexander. We have a video presentation by Janelle. What's that? We really did practice. Okay. The Morris B. Barker Memorial Scholarship Award is presented to Chrissy Mason. I'm waiting for my musical cue here. All right. Okay, now the video presentation. This isn't the long one.
Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. problems while you're trying to find your way. Everyone's around, but no one does a damn thing. It brings me down, but I won't let them. If I seem fake, well, you'd be correct. And if I don't speak, it's 'cause I can't disconnect. But I won't be burned by the reflection of the fire in your eyes as you're staring at the sun. Oh, 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 as you're staring at the sun. Oh, 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 as you're staring at the sun. Oh, 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 as you're staring at the sun. As you're staring at the sun. Waiting around, I didn't feel like a runaway. When I escaped, I didn't feel like I got away. It's more than living than I'm only surviving. Maybe I'm not.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours.
Hey guys, stand up and be applauded. Thank you very much. Janelle. And yes, this is the future of America, and it's a wonderful future. What a privilege it is for us to now be at the best part of the night, the reason we're all here together. Filming tonight, I want to appreciate and acknowledge Channel 19, City TV, Community Television Network, Channel 19. They're all over the place. Thank you for allowing the cameras to be in a little bit of away, but that's going to allow you to watch this for the next 2 months and maybe for the next 20 years over and over and over again. So thank you. Channel 19, Community Television Network, City TV. Thank you. Mike Moradian and I, John Boshoven, are the counselors, and we're privileged to present the graduates and the forums and the forum leaders. Yeah. Starting us off tonight is the forum of Marcy Tuzinski. Graduating with the Tuzinski Forum, Michelle Smolarski, Anna Hoffman, and Melanie Lamb.
Well, I don't really want to see these ladies go, but they certainly deserved it, and they've worked hard to get here. And since I've already handed them their diplomas, I suppose I should introduce them. Ladies and gentlemen, Melanie Lamb.
Hello. Most of us here have been together for at least 4 years, and some of us for even longer. After tonight, we will all go on our own separate paths that will take us to new experiences and new people. But I will always remember this community, and I know that no matter where I go from here, there will always be someone to welcome me when I come home.
That's the way to start.
Anna Hoffman.
So I have this little speech thing, but oh well. Well, we're finally here, and I didn't think we'd ever get here. Like 3 years ago, I was sitting out there thinking, never gonna graduate. But now we have, and one of the things I'd like to say is that I made one of the smartest decisions ever, switching to community from Pioneer when my waitlist came up. And I'd like to give a special thanks to everyone first semester counseling office crew. You're lifesavers, so thanks.
Michelle Smolarski.
I would like to thank Kathy Heder for making her chemistry class so much fun for me, along with all her other students. She has a good sense of humor and can be very entertaining with all her crazy science experiments and her tie-dye lab coat. Kathy made me really learn to love chemistry, which I will be pursuing in the future. Next, I would like to thank Tracy Rosewarne for teaching me how to write. After taking her Writer's Way class first semester of this year, I was finally able to write fluently, and the reader could follow my composition.
The Forum of Marcy Tuzinski. Next, I present the Forum of Ann Thomas. Graduating with the Thomas Forum, Kelly Goss, Michael Brief, Emily Millereth, Shoshana Silverman, Jesse Stoller Dondero,
I am so proud to present the diplomas to these graduates. They are not only brilliant and talented, but they're also really nice people, and I'm glad they're the future of America. First, Jesse Stoller Dondero.
I didn't have anything planned out, but I'd like to thank my family and everyone that I've been with this year. This was the first year I got into community, and it's been really nice for me this year, and I'm going to Bonnaroo.
And Shoshana Silverman.
Cicero said, non nobis solum nati sumus, meaning we are not born solely for ourselves. Now, as we celebrate our achievements, I believe it is important for us to think about what community has taught us from the start, about the impact we want to have on the world. We rarely see the impact that we make, but we really do have an opportunity to change the world every minute of every day. What defines us is when and how we choose to take advantage of these opportunities, and how often we choose to remember that we're not born solely for ourselves.
Right on. Right on.
Emily Minerath.
Hey, Emily.
Exactly 4 years ago today, when I was graduating from 8th grade, the one thought going through my mind was thank God. And now, graduating from community, I couldn't feel more different. The teachers, classes, friends at community have been so wonderful over the years, and I know I'm ready for the next chapter in my life thanks to community, and I'll miss you guys.
Kelly Goss.
I just want to say I've really loved my time here at community. It's such a special and unique place, and I've met like the most amazing teachers and people here, and I've grown an immeasurable amount in my time here. And so for all of you who I never got a chance to know, and for all of those who I did, and I love you, so I'll remember you forever.
And Michael Brief.
Wow. I would just like to say congratulations to the class of '05. And I'd also like to give a special thank you to Ann Thomas, my forum leader, for all her help in keeping me on track and putting me up here on the stage tonight.
Right on. The Ann Thomas Forum. Next, I present to you the Forum of Robbie Stapleton. Robbie's graduates include Ethan Gillette, Stephen Goldbaum, Robert Malcolm, Lauren Betts, and Eliza Chase.
I thought when my forum won the tug of war, we had proved our athleticism. But apparently Stephen Goldbaum and Ethan Gillette didn't think it was enough. So they are currently at the lacrosse playoffs, proving once again their athleticism. It's really going to be hard for me to see these people go. Russell Malcolm.
Well, first off, I want to thank Robbie, without whom I don't know if I'd be here. Robbie had my back since day one. It was awesome. I want to thank all my teachers, all the ones I had and all the ones I didn't. All of you helped me in your own way. 05, have a great year. Keep it alive, man.
Eliza Chase.
Sorry. I just want to thank community for totally changing my life, and I had a wonderful year, and thank you.
Sweet.
Lauren Ruth Betts.
To my family, my friends, and Robbie Stapleton, I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I will leave you with this quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you.
I'm reading this on behalf of my good friend Stephen Goldbaum, who is playing some lacrosse. I would like to thank everybody who makes community the environment that it is, an environment that let me become who I wanted to be. I'd also like to thank my parents, David and Karen, who I love very much.
This is from Ethan Gillette. So this winter, for I suppose the people who don't know me especially well, and maybe also for those who just forgot, it was not especially enjoyable for me. For a variety of reasons, I was just not especially happy during that period of time, and a number of my friends, all of whom are generally fantastic, really stepped up their friend game to the next level and helped pull me through that period. And I would like to thank all of them immensely for that. So Jake, Nina, Steve, Maria, Anna, and Marie, thanks to all of you very much. You guys are incredible, and I love you. That's from Ethan.
The Forum of Robbie Stapleton. Graduating next, the Forum of Marcia Schaefer. Graduating with the Schaefer Forum, Amanda Barnett, Anastasia Kostominova, Kirsten Picard, I tried, Catherine Shanks, Amanda Silva, and Vivian DeFrites.
No tears.
Then while we're passing these out, I just want to let you know that there's lots of empty seats, and if you need to shift towards the center, to, you know, instead of the cheap seats on the side there.
Look how lucky I am. I have my own private girls club, and we've had that for years, and we've had just a great time, and I just can't tell you how proud I am of these beautiful young women, and they are truly doers and dreamers, and they are going to be a great future. Starting here with Amanda.
Community has taught us to always ask questions and work towards our goals. Listen to the Mustn'ts by Shel Silverstein teaches the same lesson. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts.
Listen to the never haves and listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be.
My Kirsten? Oh, you're done?
Thanks. All right, well, I've been saying for quite a amount of years how I really want to get out of Michigan and explore the world. And that's true, but strangely enough, I don't want to leave community. And that's odd because I'm a senior, and I think that's pretty amazing for a high school. And еще я хочу сказать спасибо своим родителям. Родители не выбирают, мне попались очень хорошие. Я правда все ценю, что вы для меня сделали. Спасибо.
This is Vivian, our exchange student from Brazil.
When
When I first came to Ann Arbor, I had a different idea about what community high school would be like, because my school in Brazil is run by priests and is very strict. I thought that community was weird and boring. At first, the only class that I understood was Spanish. But now I'm used to community, and I think that this school is unique. I have many friends, and I'm very lucky to be here. Thank you.
This is my Katie.
When I was first trying to figure out what to say, I kind of realized that I'm not a very profound person, and I thought, hey, that's okay, I'll just find the most profound person I know and quote them. Unfortunately, I already knew at least one person who was planning on quoting Dr. Seuss. So I'm going to have to settle for my second most profound person and leave you with this quote from Mel Brooks. If you're alive, you've got to flap your arms and legs. You've got to jump around a lot. For life is the very opposite of death, and therefore you must at very least think noisily and colorfully, or you're not alive.
Right on.
And my Amanda S.
Not many people like their jobs, but I love mine. A quote from our very own Chris Ann Berger. I think that pretty much sums up the feelings of most of the teachers here. Our teachers put a great effort into their jobs. It's not in the teacher contract to grade papers at home, meet with students at lunch, or create involved lesson plans, but our teachers do. I don't believe that the class of '05 at Huron has done math aerobics, and I'm sure if you said fiddly fart at Pioneer, they wouldn't know what you were talking about. So thank your mothers and your fathers, but don't forget to thank your teachers. Without them, you really wouldn't be here. For that reason, the Schaefer graduates of 2005 would like to honor and recognize the woman who has seen us through the last 3 years of high school.
For her amazing knowledge of Western Civ and her complete and utter love of Alexander the Great.
Marcia is a great teacher and an amazing person.
She has supported us in our triumphs and pushed us to succeed.
Checked as a mother all the time.
She has loved us, congratulated us, teased us, and most importantly, fed us. And that is why, Marcia, we'd like to present you with these flowers.
This red rose is for our love and respect for you.
Here's some sweet peas for goodbye. They haven't bloomed yet, but you should put them in some water anyways.
A pink rose for thanks for all you've done.
An iris for your wisdom.
And a yellow rose for the friendship we've developed. Thank you, Marcia.
The form of Marcia Schaefer. Oh.
Finally.
And one more flower.
Finally, a forget-me-not, so you never forget your 2005 seniors.
And she's not retiring. She'll be back next year. Thank you.
I told you it was a girls' club.
Graduating next, the Forum of Tracy Rosewarren. Graduating with the Rosewarren Forum, Brianne Rhodes, Nina Feldman, Maria Diem, Nate Banka, and Steve Hall. With Chris Erickson assisting.
It is our honor and privilege to present to you this fine group of individuals. Brianne.
So I have a little story. When I started kindergarten, I started and I was like, wow, I'm really mature now because I'm in kindergarten. And I thought I was hot stuff. But then I started first grade and I realized, in kindergarten I was really, really stupid. But I thought, okay, now I'm really mature and I am totally hot stuff. And that was a pattern that kind of happened a lot in my life. But I've finally figured things out, and I will go into college realizing that I am not at all mature, and I will make a lot of mistakes, but I won't make the mistake of thinking that I have nothing left to learn. And now that I've figured this out, I am mature.
Nina Feldman. Okay, so the other day I was sitting on my rooftop, looking over at my mom's really beautiful garden, and I was kind of just chilling, kind of trying to think of something I might want to say for graduation, and the really, really bad poet in me was like, hey, you could write a poem about how all the flowers are like all the people at community and they're really unique and pretty. And I was, oh, yeah, no, that didn't last long. And then the philosopher within me was like, okay, so if all of those flowers are like the people, then what does that make me? And so here I am on my rooftop contemplating if I'm God, and going on in my little metaphor or whatever, and it just made me realize that there is no symbolism in community. It is what it is, and it does not represent anything on a larger scale, and nothing represents it on a smaller scale, and I'm just so glad to be a part of something so unique, so thanks.
And Mari.
So yesterday, I biked across Ann Arbor, and it was, Lisa went with me, and it was one of the most beautiful and satisfying experiences of my life, possibly beside birth, but I don't remember that. So today when I realized that graduation was only hours away, and I hadn't considered what I was going to say in months, that bike ride was one of the first things that came to mind. What I realized is that even after 18 years in this amazing and inspiring city, I can still find a new way to see it. Ann Arbor will always be my home, and no matter where I travel, I will always miss it. But without Community High, it wouldn't mean half as much as it means to me today. So thank you all, and I'll miss you, Ace Deuce. And nobody be alarmed, but fire drill.
Are you next?
Okay, welcome to my forum. This is Nathan Banka.
So I had this whole speech prepared, but which I wrote at dinner tonight. But it sounds kind of trite to me now. What it boils down to is that all of you seniors, whether I knew you or not, are what made community what it was to me. So thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I was a little nervous. And Steve Hall.
I'd like to thank my parents and my sister. I would like to thank all of the faculty of community. I'd like to thank the Neutral Zone. And to all the seniors of Community 05, just thank you so much and good luck.
We made it. We got a hug.
The Forum of Tracy Rosewarren. Next forum is Small and Mighty, absent a forum leader, the Forum of Deborah Sipos Rowe, starring Bo. Accepting for Deborah Sipos Rowe, Michael Moradian.
And I will do this in interpretive dance. To Bo.
What's up, guys? I would just like to say that I went to Huron for my 9th and 10th grade, and then came over to community, and community was infinitely better in all aspects. And I'd just like to say thank you to my parents for being very understanding, and to my friends in 05 for partying with me on the weekends.
Deborah, the reason Deborah can't be here is her daughter has the Egyptian flu. She's about to become a mummy. So, thank you. Thank you. So she can't be with us tonight.
How many years do I have to put up with this?
The Forum of Anne Marie Roberts. The Forum mascot.
I don't know about you, but I'm so excited. Mouse has her yarn with her. I'm going to miss you guys. Forum won't be the same, and I'm going to try and get through this without crying. That's my goal for tonight. So, Lucas Price.
Ooh. This has been fun. I'd like to thank everyone for letting me come back for my senior year. This has been great, and I wouldn't be the same without it. Thanks, everyone.
Miss Tori Jackson.
There are a lot more people here than there were at rehearsal. So when I got the call from Lisa, I had just spent 3 hours at Pioneer registration my junior year. And I was so excited. She left a message, and halfway through it I picked up, but I was so excited I couldn't say anything. So later that day I was at community filling out my classes, and I was like, oh, this is absolutely the best day of my life. And, but when I look back at the 2 years I spent here, I'd have to say that most days were the best day of my life. So thank you so much.
Brian Kavanaugh Strong.
My speech is going to come in the form of a song later on in the program, but thank you all for guiding me.
Mr. Simon Anderson.
Well, August 20th, 2001, I was at Pioneer High School band camp, and it was the last day, and my parents came up to me and said, well, Simon, after being 75 on the wait list, you have been accepted to community high school. I was like, gee, Mom, that's great. Well, actually, now I want to go to Pioneer. I later thought about it and decided to change my mind, which is why I'm here today. And it was the best decision I've ever made. I can't even possibly say how much this 4 years have meant to me. And to quote Douglas Adams' famous book, so long and thanks for all the fish.
I know. The Mighty Mouse.
Well, Anne-Marie already kind of began my speech for me. I know it's not generally considered polite to have an object such as a sock. Knitting a sock at a ceremony such as graduation. However, upon considering this, I decided most of you would be rather confused if you saw me without it. So I thought I just couldn't bear to appear without my knitting. And I just want to thank all of the community teachers for understanding that if I'm not knitting, I'm probably not paying attention either. So, thanks for... That's really only the beginning of what community is. So thank you for everything, and as my last tribute,
The Forum of Anne Marie Roberts.
Yeah.
And thank you for that musical presentation also. Which reminds me, we have a real musical presentation coming up next. Go, guys. No, you can stay. You can stay. Unless you need to, do anything.
And again, if you'd like to move in, there's plenty of seats in the center.
Especially these people right here. I've had a wonderful time being their forum leader. Let's start out with Andrew Wilson, AKA Wilson.
All right, 2 years is not enough to be here. Community has inspired me in so many ways. It finally got me to try theater, which turns out I love. Who knew? I've met some of the most intriguing and amazing people here. I know that they're going to go on to become world-renowned scientists and whatnot, and I know them, and I was a part of it, and good luck.
Now we have Liz, oh, I love this person, Kenchi.
So 2 years ago, I was heading off for Europe, and my parents came over to Blue Lake, and they're like, you got in. And I was jumping up and down, and my director looked at me, and he's like, what is going on? And I'm like, I got into community. Because I was really excited, because this has been such a great place for me. I want to thank my parents and my little brother Jake, because they've put up with so much these last 2 years. And all my friends, especially Katie and Mouse, because they definitely pulled me through my first 2 years at Pioneer when I was eating lunch in the hallways at community. And finally, Dan, for putting up with so much for me.
Yeah.
And next we have Chrissy, Dan, where's the food, Mason.
Thanks. I just like to say that 2 years ago, I was on my way to Pioneer, the first day of school. And Lisa called me and she said, you got into community high school. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? And I was so excited. So I brought my books home with me and I was taking them back to Pioneer when my dad saw me. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I just got into community high school. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's good. So I'm here now. And I just like to say that I wouldn't change anything for the world. I love this school. And I like art, who would knew? I never knew that. So, thank you, community.
Next we have Julia, my goings.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm here, and I guess that's a good thing because I missed my 8th grade one. You know, I was out looking for a dress for my 8th grade graduation, and it was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I am excited to be here, and I'm glad I got into community, and congratulations, everybody.
The humor lit class voted this guy most likely to be killed in a kilt. Matt LaChance.
I could say this in a lot more words and take a lot more time, but I'm just going to be blunt and say community is the best school ever. You guys are the best people ever. And to quote Terry Pratchett's rendition of Death, I just hate saying goodbye. I prefer au revoir.
Caitlin, Let's Dance McCarthy.
Thanks, Dan. So I'd like to say about community, it's the alternative, right? But what does that mean? I don't think it's about having purple mohawks or weird clothes, but being alternative is about an environment that nourishes individuality. And although sometimes that leads to purple mohawks, a lot of times it leads to just amazing, incredible people. I also think we should all take a moment to thank our ushers, because without them, how would we find our seats?
The greatest Red Wing fan in the world, Janelle Beal.
Okay, so, wow, now that I'm up here, there's a lot of things I've learned at community. For instance, if you skip class, Glaze is watching you and taking notes. I also learned that you don't have to grow up to be an adult if you watch the forum leaders during Tug of War. But most of all, I learned that you can be unique, or you can be a mindless drone, because that can make you unique in your own way. This school has done a lot for me. My forum leader has done a lot for me. The counselors have done a lot for me. Dean Judy has done a lot for me. But Dan has saved all of us at least once. So I think it's time for a group hug.
I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
The Dan Needham Forum brought to you by Kleenex. Ooh, got out just in time. Graduating next, the Forum of Brian Miller. Graduating with the Miller Forum, Ryan Tabb, Alex Hauser, Evan Mai, and Kara Sullivan.
I'm very excited for my 4 Forumettes who are graduating this evening, and I'm sure their parents are very proud, as we are. Evan Mai.
I gotta say, I love this man right here.
I love you too.
05, what? I've had a great time, and I wish everybody farewell. It's been awesome.
the Tab Man, Ryan Tab.
Take it easy, guys. I would like to, first of all, thank God who's ahead of my life. I would like to thank my brother and my sister. Everyone who has helped me out these years, Chris Ann, Latanya, and Brian for sticking with me through Forum, even though I couldn't make it some of the times. And just 05, all you guys just rock.
Kara Sullivan.
This was my first year at Community, and I have to say that it was the best academic decision I've ever made. And I need to say thanks to a couple of my teachers for helping me this year, Tracy, Robbie, and Steve. I can't even say how much you guys have done for me and what it means, and I don't think I really ever said thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Alex Hauser.
Well, I'm the sort of person who likes to pretend that I'm wise, and although I'm not, in that vein of thought and for the sake of the moment, I'm going to pretend. A couple of the pieces, or the wisdom which I've accumulated in my 4 years here, I'd like to offer you the following. Firstly, life has no compunctions about kicking you when you're down. Don't fall down. Elsa. All right. Secondly, and the old saying holds true, people can ultimately always be counted on to follow what is their rational self-interest. However, given the enormity of life, death, the universe, and everything, rational self-interest is a very abstract concept. And so don't try and use it for modeling human behavior. You'll probably mess up. And finally, I just have to say this, and it's a mistake that I've made so many times, I can't believe I keep on making it, but don't ever become arrogant. If you do, you're only sowing the seeds of your own destruction. And finally, I just want to say, Doc Peth, Steve Burrows, Doc Peth.
The form of Brian Miller. And there will be a quiz at the end tonight. Graduating next, the form of Jason McKnight. Graduating with Jason, Elizabeth Tajeshi, and Blair Arbaugh.
It is my great honor and distinct pleasure to present to you guys the first graduating class of the McKnight Forum. First of all, Blair Arbaugh.
First, I'd like to say that I'm really mad at Tracy for having a baby. I wanted to be in that class more, but she was out, and I'm mad at you for that. 2 days ago, I was watching The Incredibles that I got for my birthday, and there's a speech that the guy gives to the other guy about a company and how it works well, and he says it's like a clock, and that the cogs need to mesh well together, and that it needs to be well oiled. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, community is not a clock. And then last night, I was at my friend's house, and I happened to be watching a certain Pistons game, and they won. And I was like, we live kind of close to Detroit, so why can't community resemble the Pistons? And so they're world champions, and I just want to say that all you guys are champs, and go get them and go Pistons.
And Liz Tedeschi.
All right, you guys, I would like to share with you the abridged version of the poem I wrote freshman year, the night I told Nate Kurtz that I was in love with him. Hey, Nate.
Hey.
I'm in love with you.
What?
I want you to father my children. I'm sorry. Then came the flooding sea of melancholy and tears, but you gave me a hug the next day before class and we laughed. I still don't think I could even date anyone else. I love you, Nate Kurtz.
The Forum of Jason McKnight. Well, here they come, the Forum of Ken McGraw. Look out. Whoa, that was fast. Graduating with Ken is Nicole Stagg, Brianna Ukarts, Ted Moore, Tom Wright, Jeremy Herron, and the Nathan Kurtz we just heard about.
This goes to Ted. I believe we should start with Nate Kurtz. It's really, I'm so delighted to present these graduates.
Thanks, Liz. I was trying to think of something witty or comical or profound to say when I got up here, but I figured I'd let Jeremy do that and cop out. So I would just like to say that I've never seen so many of my friends together in one place at the same time. Well, they were not under the influence of anything. And with that, take it away, Jeremy.
Jeremy Herron.
What's up? Thanks, buddy. All right. So I threw away a million drafts of what to write, and then I stumbled across this in my room. It's an old creative writing assignment, and I found it, and I thought it was appropriate. So this is a letter to my future self that I wrote. Dear older Jeremy, first off, if you're still a moron, I'm sorry, and I hope that changes. I also hope that you're more confident in yourself and that you know what you want from life and from people, but I don't blame you if you haven't figured it out yet. I hope you're still funny. In fact, if you're not funny, I suggest you kill yourself immediately. Just kidding. Actually, I hope you've realized that being funny isn't as important as you make it out to be, and that you've stopped hiding behind jokes. I hope you still act and write and play guitar. I hope you aren't lonely and that you reach out to those who are. I hope you keep in touch with those you love, and that Brian is still one of the best friends you have ever had and ever will. He doesn't have to be your hetero life mate or anything, though. That's okay. Speaking of which, I hope you still take jokes about blatant homosexuality in stride, because if you can't laugh at yourself, something is very, very wrong with you. I can't tell you what I think you should be or what I expect from you, because I don't have a clue right now, but I wish you the best. I love you guys, and I wish you the best.
Tom Wright.
Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Ken for getting my name correct. He has a habit of calling me by my brother's name. Next, real quick, I want to know why Dean Judy got more than 30 seconds, because that's all that we get, and I feel like we're getting gypped. Finally, I have no other thanks, but I do have a very large apology. I need to apologize to all of my teachers through all the 4 years, because whether you know it or not, I can guarantee you that I spent, at a bare minimum, 1 class period of yours on the 3rd floor ledge asleep.
Ted Moore.
Wow, it's been a great 4 years. We're finally here. You know, way back, looking back in as a pre-freshman, community seemed just as intimidating as any of those other schools. But, you know, with perfect hindsight, I can easily see that I made the best choice in coming here, and I don't regret it at all. And I'd just like to leave you with the immortal words of the very wise Mr. Spock. Live long and prosper. DHS 2005.
Brianna Ukarts.
Yeah, I'm really shy, so if I mumble, I apologize. All right, I think I wrote 5 speeches while trying to figure out what to say tonight, but none of them really express the gratitude that I feel towards the place that I've dedicated the last 4 years of my life to. It may seem strange to feel gratitude to a place, but community has been a consistently good thing from the moment I started attending it. And there was no one thing or one person that made my time at community amazing. It was everything about it. So I'm thanking everything that community is for making my high school experience the best that it possibly could have been.
Nicole Stagg.
Now that I'm going off to college, I really realize how bittersweet my time at Community has been, because on the one hand, I don't think there's any other place that could have prepared me as well, but on the other hand, I don't know how any other place is ever gonna measure up. So I just want to thank my class and the amazing CHS staff for making leaving high school really hard. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, Forum of Ken McGraw.
Careful.
Next, the Forum of Craig Levin. Graduating with the Levin Forum, Takashi Gould, Margot Heaslip, and Anna Joseph. And Bruno Hirschfeld-Stoller and Lauren Yoder. I get it.
So this has been an amazing experience. I'm going to miss these guys so much. It's been the most fun time for these guys at my forum. First is Margot Heaslip.
I guess I have to thank everybody for putting up with my attitude, but other than that, I finally did it.
Takashi Gould.
Dog, you made it. That's awesome. Yeah, he missed out on a forum day or something. I don't remember.
Sorry,
one of those days. Yeah. I don't think it was a speech. Let me muster up something. All right. Tom Wright. Yeah, there you go, the man. I gotta thank you for letting me throw you out the window freshman year. That was fun. Yeah, good times. I should probably thank Craig. He did a lot for me with school stuff. Thank my parents. They've always been there. Yeah, they're the best parents in the world, basically. You know, they've always been there for the good and the bad. Actually, you know what, Dad? You'd be cooler if you gave me like $20 right now. No? Huh? No? You suck. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Thanks, everyone. It's been fun. Maybe see you in the future.
Bruno Hirschfeld-Stoller.
I want to thank to my family, friends, and my teachers for encouraging me to succeed, and also, college is sweet.
Anna Joseph.
I'm also one of the students that's only been here for 2 years, but instead of going through my story about how I got in, I think I'll pretty much just speak for everyone when we say that there's a million reasons why we think community's better, but I think the most appropriate one for this situation is that it's so much better to sit through this graduation than here on our Pioneers, where there's 800 people and we don't even know half of them, and it's really great. And there's also a couple people, Ava over there, you've been a third parent to me. I love you so much. My little brother, you're the most important person to me in the world, and I'm gonna miss you so much next year. And Sarah Welch, I wore this hairpiece for you. I really, really hate it, but I'm doing it just for you, so I love you all. Yay, 05.
And Lauren Yoder.
Well, I'm walking a year early, and I just want to say that I'm really glad I get to be a part of your guys' class, because you guys are all such amazing people. However, shout out to 06. And thank you to my parents, my little brother, Billy, and Anna Joseph, and Craig Levin.
Thank you. The Forum of Craig Levin. Graduating next, the Forum of Ed Kulka. Graduating with the Kulka Forum tonight, Nathan Salter, Adam Cross, Elizabeth Fullerhelm, something like that, close, Stephen Burrows, and Vanessa King.
You know, my mom gave me my diploma. She was on the school board.
It's just a great pleasure to be up here with you guys. And, you know, once part of Forum, always part of Forum. So you're always welcome to come back and tug on the rope. Hey, It's special. First, Adam Cross.
First, of course, thanks, Mom. Let's see, what else did I say? I was going to say Ryan, putt. I want to thank my parents and my grandparents for getting me through high school. You know, I gave them a pretty rough time, but I made it. I want to thank the Fonville family, Matt and the Fonville family, for giving me good advice and let me stay at their house sometimes. I want to thank Marquita, wherever she is, for also giving me good advice and giving me someone to talk to when I needed someone to talk to. I want to thank Ed for letting me be in this forum. It was the best. We won the tug of war most years, and the only reason Robbie's forum won was because I was not there.
Yeah.
First.
Hey, let me introduce you. Hey, Vanessa was only in the forum for the last second semester, but it was great to have her in here.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. First of all, dang, we graduating, but I learned a lot these last 2 years. I learned that people they're not always dependable. You can't count on everybody. And communities really helped me grow and mature as a person. I become more dependent. I become more responsible. And along with that, I want to thank God, because without him, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be able to graduate, stand on stage, but I'm not here to take out of church, so on with my thank yous. I want to thank my mom, the beautiful Miss Faye Askew King. I don't know where you're sitting, but I love you. Thanks for counting on me and having faith in me when people doubted me and didn't think I would make it. The Cross family, thank you guys for keeping me on my toes, always helping me with everything I needed. The BSU at my school, y'all taught me the meaning of unity, friendship, trust, respect, love, everything. Andrea, I know you're looking down on me. I hope I'm making you proud. And the class of 05, y'all, we made it. We done. Thank you.
Nate Salter.
Hey.
I just want to say that without certain people like Kathy Bolton and the ILC, without people like Ed Kolka, people without my parents, I don't know if I'd be here. So I just want to say thank you to them. And also, I'm very thankful to have gone to community. It truly is a one of a kind. Go Pistons, repeat 05.
Betsy Furhelm.
Well, I was going to quote, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but that's so cliche. So, the most important thing that I've learned, I got out of a fortune cookie my freshman year, and it said the most important thing is to express yourself. And here at Community, I mean, look at us, we're so weird. It's awesome. And so, in conclusion, I've got the tassel, I've got the hat, I've got the shoes, but really, we're all just here for the food, right?
Steve Burrows.
I kept trying to think of something to say or trying to think if I should say anything at all, but what it really comes down to is that I'm just too goth to have anything really to say.
The Forum of Ed Kolka, thank you. And the Forum of Suzette Jaquette. Graduating with the Jaquette Forum. Molly DeKenzie, Aiden Kobeck, and Mallory Kubani. And Kaz, Calden Masri, sorry. I'll get it. Cal Masri, yeah.
This one's for me. I'm very happy to present this great group of students up here. First of all, Cal Masri.
So what's happening? I'm up here
You guys are going to be up here soon. So that's good. First, I'd like to thank God, first and foremost, since that's out of the way. I'd like to thank Suzette Jaquette, Vicky for teaching me how to be a stand-up comic. My mom, my dad, my aunt, my grandpa, my sister. Basically, thank you guys for making me have a good time at community. Thank you guys.
Good job. Aiden Kobeck.
Thanks, Grandma. I really do have to thank my family and my loved ones because they're what brought me through this. But above and beyond that, there are two teachers I have to thank most of all. Jason for putting up with my giving him nearly 2 heart attacks and making him think he was going to get fired and still keeping me in Latin. And Suzette for not killing me somehow my freshman year.
Molly DeKenzie.
Well, so my first experiences in the school system here were at Ba when it was still the open school. And then, unfortunately, I went to Forsyth against my will. And after getting into community, I've learned open schools really are the best. It's been a great 4 years.
Good job. Mallory Kubani.
Cabani.
She's only been in my forum just 1 year.
First and final year, most unfortunately. Now it's kind of making those 3 years at Pioneer look like purgatory compared to this. All the jokes they made, everything they said, it's not true, greatest school in the world. But I gotta say, I was gonna do the Spock thing for the guy that stole it, you know? Geez, I don't know. It was so funny when my mom called me in math last year. You know, Mallory, what? I'm in math. You got into community. Okay, bye. Whatever, I don't know. This year's been spent, you know, cultural experiences at the Fleetwood and common languages and trying to overcome but not able to my paranoia while urban exploring. Yeah. And meeting the person who we're pretty darn sure is my sister, as so many people have said, and so many new friends, and I'm so happy I was here, because you all rock.
Good job, you guys. Good job. Good job.
The Forum of Suzette Jaquette. A musical number
Where'd Jesse go?
is coming up next. Jesse Stoller Dondero.
Are you going to play the piano? Okay, there it is. All right. 3 minutes.
Jesse Stoller-Dondero. Thank you.
And here we come to the mushy part of the show. This is get out your handkerchiefs. See you guys. Oh. This is the clever dark portion of the show.
Thank you, Mike Meridian. Thank you.
Good job.
Man, you guys were cute. And
Too
you
cute.
Still are. The next forum to graduate, the forum of Kathy Heder and Madeline Hubel-Drake. Graduating with a Heder Hubel-Drake forum, Stacy Andre, Eric Haywood, Audrey Fox, and Catherine Gelinas. And Chris Ebert.
Madeline and I are pleased to present our graduating seniors. And if you want to hold your applause off to the end, we're kind of trying to get it to go a little faster so that we can be out of here before 11. I'm happy to present Eric Hayward. Congratulations. Oh, okay. Kay Gelinas. Audrey Fox.
When I first shadowed at Community, I realized that I would never be happy at another school. Well, except hopefully college. I love this school. I've put so many years into it, and so have you all, and I'm really gonna miss it, and everybody who is here with me. And I'll know that whenever I'm in Ann Arbor, I can just drop by, you know, and see a friendly face. But I wish all of you the best luck, and 05.
Chris Ebert. Congratulations. And last but not least, Stacy Andre.
There are a couple things I want to say. First of all, 17 of the 2005 seniors were the first graduating class of Ann Arbor Open. For many of you, I have seen you every day for the last 7 years, and a few of you beyond, and it has been amazing to see you every day. Second of all, Nate. And third, wherever any of you go, please, please hug everybody you have the instinct to hug, and say hello to everybody you feel like saying hello to, because that's the only way to make the most interesting friends.
Thank you. The forum of Kathy Heder and Madeline Hubel-Drake. On deck. Coming up next, the forum of Chris Hermanson. Graduating with Chris's forum, Danielle Glory, Adrienne Clark, and Kenneth Chard.
It's okay if they clap.
Before I present these diplomas, I'd like to just say there's a correction in the program that in the fine arts section that Chrissy Mason won a merit award in fine arts. My apologies, Chrissy, that it didn't get in, but congratulations. This has been an incredible year with 3 of the most wonderful people. I love you, all of you, and I've just had a ball with you, and I know you're going to go far. I'll miss you a lot. Ken Chard.
Well, many days ago, I was thinking, what am I going to say for graduation speech? And I said, Chris, what am I going to say? And last night, actually right in the audience here, it struck me, the orange cone I saw on my first day of community. Why that sticks out in my mind is the first day of community, I wasn't actually a community student. I was a pioneer student, and I was a dually. So I didn't have just one school to learn. I had 2 schools to get used to on the first day. And my first class was Junk to Art with Chris. And I remember this orange cone, and I remember her making me feel so at home. And my whole 4 years, she has always made me feel so at home. So thank you, Chris, and thank you for all the great times, community.
Adrienne Clark.
Okay, so I don't have anything profound or thought-provoking, and the more I look at this, the more absurd it becomes. But I was reading Charles Ives, I was reading lyrics, and I was thinking about, what it's sometimes like, what sometimes it has felt like to be in the public education system the last 12 years or so, and this just seemed appropriate, so bear with me. This is called The Cage by Charles Ives. A leopard went around his cage from one side back to the other side. He stopped only when the keeper came around with meat. And there's more. A boy who had been there 3 hours began to wonder, is life anything like that?
Thank you, Danielle.
Danielle Glory.
It started when we were little kids, free spirits but already tormented by our own hands, given to us by our parents. We got together and wrote on desks and slept in laundry rooms near snowy mountains, and slipped through whatever cracks we could find, minds altered. We didn't falter in portraying hysterical and tragic characters in a smog-filled universe. We loved the dirty city, and we journeyed away from it. We had not yet been or seen our friends, selves, chase tails round and round in a downward spiral, leaving a trail of irretrievable vital life juice behind. But still, the brother's blood, comrade, partner, family cause was impenetrable, and we lived inside it, laughing with no clothes, and everything experimental till death was upon us, in our face, mortality. And lots of things seemed futile then, but love and music could save us, and did. While the giant gray monster grew more poisoned and volatile around, jaws clamping down and spewing ugly shit around. Nothing is the same, so we keep moving.
The Forum of Chris Hermanson. Next, the Forum of Vicki Henry. Graduating with the Henry Forum, Christine Choi, Casimir Klim, Allison Bondi, Claire Loomis, and George Jansen.
Well, my 505 grads have walked 5 different paths. They're headed in 5 different directions. Just be sure you all come back and see me. Allie Bondi.
Even in my 3 years at Huron, community has always been my home. I've always looked forward to my classes here, even when there were subjects I didn't really like. As Yeats said, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. I love just how much each and every person in this school seems to live by that idea. This is really what separates us from the herd, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Kaz Klim.
I'd just like to thank my family, my friends, and everyone at community. It's been real.
George Jansen.
I'd just like to say thanks to all, and a special thanks to Robbie, who let me take those tests this morning, so I got up here.
Christine Choi.
So I feel like I said all my thank yous in the thank you notebook or the brochure, but I forgot to thank the school. The school has granted me with such wonderful, amazing teachers and such talented and incredible peers like Claire. And so I have to thank the school. And at last but not least, I have to thank my family. I say this every single day, or not every single day, but often. But I have to thank you for your endless support, care, and most importantly, love that you've shown me all these years. And yeah, thank you.
Claire Loomis.
I just wanted to say that I am so honored and so happy to be standing here with the wonderful class of 2005. You guys are all really incredible people. I've been given never-ending love and support from all of my friends and teachers like Anne and Jason, Kathy, and my forum leader, Vicki. and especially from my family. I love you guys so much. Thank you and good luck. Bye.
Yeah. The Forum of Vicki Henry. Next, the Forum of Cindy Haidu Banks. Graduating with Cindy's Forum is Jim Rampton, Ashley Sherburne, and Adam Feinberg.
I have had the pleasure to watch these three individuals grow. They came into my forum right out of 8th grade, so I've had them since 9th grade, and they're talented and bright individuals that I will really miss. And I'm proud to present to you Adam Feinberg.
All right, well, I didn't really write a speech for tonight, so this is all coming out of my head right now, but I really appreciate all the work all of my teachers have put into me and molded me almost into a new, better person to get ready for college. I'd like to just thank the class of '05, just everybody's here for me, I know. My family, coming in from out of town, my parents for being there for me. Jim, known you 7 years, middle school, high school, same forum, now we're graduating together. And Cindy, my forum mom, and helped me with all my classes, thank you.
What's my name? Oh, I'm just kind of stunned. I can't even believe that they're graduating. It just seemed like yesterday they came into my forum. This is Ashley Sherburne.
I love my forum mama. Okay. No, Cindy's amazing. But I wrote my speech for my 4 best friends because I wanted to leave them with something. Marin, you were my eye-opener. Your opinionated views were always there when I needed them. Danielle, you were my comforter. I never left the room without hearing you say, I love you. And my butt will always be bigger, okay? Okay. Adrian, you were my motivation. Your drive made me want to achieve more. You're the best partner at the piano ever. And Tori, you were my confidant. I never thought I would be lucky enough to meet someone like you. You're the definition of an amazing friend. I love you guys.
Jim Rampton.
Well, actually, I like to direct this at my family, which is kind of over there, away from everybody else. Yes, of course. Family, I love you tons. My mom, my dad somewhere taking pictures. You're the greatest parents in the world. My grandmother for going through tons of graduations. Please don't have another stroke. This is very weird. There goes to you too, Mom. My 2 younger sisters, you're the greatest. I love you with all my heart. My girlfriend Liz, I love you too. And finally, my teachers. There's a few I'd like to mention. Judith, somewhere around here. Oh, there you are. With your literature, thank you for finding truly the spirit to write as well as I can, which is not as up to your standards, but the best that I can do. Mrs. Berger. Oh, there. With your outstanding qualities as a teacher, I thank you with all of my heart. And also to quote Steve, way in the back there. Not only are you a great teacher, but a great friend. Rose Bowl was a great experience. Thank you. And also to quote a famous fictitious character from a movie. That community has truly made me realize this quote: life is a box of chocolates and you never know what you're going to get.
The Forum of Cindy Haidu Banks. Coming up next, the Forum of Cheryl Grace. Graduating with the Grace Forum, Ann Fettis, Rachel Rowe, Matt Fonville, Catherine Flasterer, and Christine Lee.
Well, these 5 students I'm going to miss so much. They're athletes, artists, scholars, and 5 of the nicest young people I've ever known. So I will miss you very much. Our first graduate, Ann Fettis.
First of all, I'd like to thank all my teachers for never giving up on me, except especially Ellen Stone, my TC. And I'd like to read a quote that I think just about sums up everything that's been pounded into my head for the last 4 years. This is written by John C. Maxwell. Do more than exist, live. Do more than touch, feel. Do more than look, observe. Do more than read, absorb. Do more than hear, listen. Do more than listen, understand. Do more than think, reflect. Do more than just talk. Say something.
Catherine Flasterer. And Rachel Rowe, Matt Fonville, Matt Fonville and Christine Lee are going to do an ensemble performance.
First of all, I would like to thank my sister. I love you. Okay. This is it. Our journey ends here. What seems so far away is now oh so near.
So many friends we've made, all the relationships born. It's so hard to move on when our hearts are all so torn.
Not knowing when we'll meet again, walking blindfolded, all the times teachers praised us, all the times we've been scolded. Memories flood the empty halls of my mind. So many people cared, so many people were so kind.
Permanently scarred by the bad times and the good. People just don't get it. We're so misunderstood.
To all my friends that I won't see, I love you all, everyone. But the good news is we're all going home, 'cause we're completely done.
The form of Cheryl Grace. Next, the forum of Marian Evashevsky. The Evashevsky Forum graduates Emma Rayner, John Tucker, Brittany Hamilton Reed, Marie Alexander, Chris Wilson, and Kevin Yarosh.
All forum leaders think their forum students are special, but these are really special. Brittany Hamilton Reed.
I really didn't want to go first. I really don't know what to say. I guess I should thank my BSU family. My family, whether you're blood or not blood related, all my friends at community, and my forum leader, and yeah, thank you.
John Tucker.
Actually, being up here is a lot different than it was sitting down there. I'm just really happy to be able to look around the room and say I've had good memories with most of you. Just want to leave you guys with a quote from somebody who's touched my life a couple years ago named Stephen Markle. Just be happy in whatever you do, no matter where it takes you. Just live your life so that you're happy.
Emma Rayner.
This poem is anonymous. Life is a tornado watch. You can hunker down in the basement or stand on the roof, let the wind give you rock star hair and yell, I knew you were coming, that's why I didn't rake the leaves. And Pistons in 5.
Marie Alexander.
Charlie Parker said, music is your own experience, your own thoughts, your wisdom. If you don't live it, it won't come out of your horn. Thank you to everyone inside and outside of Community High School who have helped me and encouraged me to make high school my own experience. Thank you.
Chris Wilson.
Well, first I'd like to express my gratitude for everyone that has helped me get to here right now. And I'd also like to say that Community High School has been a really good place for me to pursue my education. But most importantly, looking around at my friends and peers here, I'd like to recognize this humbling collection of talent and potential. I wish you all well. Thanks.
Kevin Yarrow.
Well, I couldn't sleep last night, which, just so you guys know, is the only reason I've been yawning the whole time. But I happen to be reading a book that's probably one of the better and more famous murder mysteries there are. And in the most famous chapter of that book, which I was reading last night, it said that when a man becomes free, the first thing he tries to do is find someone to bow down to as soon as possible. And I realized that one of the things I like about community is that a lot of us here aren't like that. Our labor and our love are freely given. And guys, I don't know a lot of you as well as I'd like, but you're all amazing, and I hope you guys go out and you continue to prove Ivan Karamazov wrong, because I would like to see that happen. Goodbye.
The Forum of Marian Evashevsky. We're delighted to have a musical presentation from Brian Kavanaugh Strong. Reminds me of a joke. No. Doesn't really remind me of one. Say it. Did you ever wonder how they get all the deer to cross at those little yellow signs? If you arrest a parsley farmer, can you garnish his wages? Where do forest rangers go to get away from it all?
Not that close.
How you doing, Brian? You ready?
Great, John. Thank you. John Boshoven, yeah. So I am excited and terrified at this moment. Robbie, my pulse, I just want you to know that my pulse is higher than when I ran the mile. And like I said earlier, this kind of adequately states how I think I and all of the class of 2005 feels about community. So, yeah, here we go. And is dedicated to everybody who stayed and didn't leave. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made from what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Thank you.
Brian Kavanaugh Strong. Thank you, Brian. That was great. I wish the graduation ceremony was longer, don't you? I could stay here forever. Graduating next, the forum of Steve Eisenberg and Lisa Starfield. Graduating with the Starfield Forum is Jessica Gibney, Jonathan Gardner, Dave Mazeros, Yakov Kopczewski, and Rachel Friedman-Doan.
Yeah. Steve, get over here. Steve, come on.
It is my distinct privilege to present the last Eisenberg Forum to you. I know this hasn't been an easy year for you, but I'm very proud of you, and I know that you have bright futures ahead of you.
Yeah.
This is John Garter. This is John Garter.
I myself had a great 4 years. I remember being the last person on the 104 people to be picked to get into this school. Yep, and I have to say this would be I probably wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for this school. So thank you.
This is Jakub Kochubiewski.
I am so overjoyed to be graduating from Community High. Class of 05, you are the most beautiful, intelligent, amazing people I'll ever meet. I am just overwhelmed to be here graduating with you guys. You guys are just perfect. Also, just coming in here as a freshman, if I met myself as a freshman now, I'd probably try to knock myself out because I was an idiot then. Yeah, and I'm surprised that Steve didn't do it years ago. And Steve, he has been there for me for all 4 years. And I love him, and he's amazing. Lisa, you've been amazing as well. You've dealt with the whole situation perfectly. The forum, we suffered through such horrible times that we made it through. I love the Eisenberg Forum. Мам, пап, Маш, я вас люблю со всей души. Пока.
All right. This is David Mazaros.
Yeah. Well, it's been an awesome 4 years, or at least it was until like a week and 3 hours ago. So, I feel somewhat of a jackass because everyone has like really nice suits and stuff on, and I'm wearing this. But then, thank you, Lisa. But then it was when my friend Garter dropped a piece of paper and asked me to pick it up because he tried to and failed, that I realized, you know what, I came into this school with tight, uncomfortable clothes, and I am not going to leave that way. So I also prepared a little speech. I was keeping up there for, okay. 4 years ago, I remember coming to my first forum meeting. I was a shy young freshman with tight clothes, tight lips, short hair, short stature, and low expectations. The style of kids casually lounging on tables and wheeling back and forth lazily in rolly chairs was totally new for me. What the hell, I said in my squeaky 14-year-old voice. That one's wearing a hat. And what the hell, there are at least 5 cans open soda. What is this crazy place? Ah! It was awesome. Steve Eisenberg's forum was always the coolest forum ever. We were one of the good forums. We were like some messed up surrogate family for 3.5 years. And that first day, Steve talked to us and tried to prepare us for the next 4 years. It all seemed kind of, well, stupid. I still remember what he said right before dismissing us, however. Most people would just prefer to glide through everything their entire life, and all they ever do is just go through the strokes. And I think that is the saddest thing about life. So with that in mind, here's to 12th night, the entire 3rd floor, downtown, the Diag, Dawn, cheeseburgers with sauces, pickles, geek games during lunch, Mackinac Island, Steve's like sumo wrestling, rafting, late night adventures, my single semester on Model UN and the Communicator, senioritis, ice cream, bandanas, Russian class, invading humor lit, modeling, the Crucible, and all the days that end in Y.
Jessica Gibney.
Okay, first everybody smile. Okay. Yeah, I had a speech and no lie, I lost it in my seat over there like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, wow, there really are a lot of people here. My family, you're over there. I love you all. My sister's not over there though. Melissa, I love you, sweetie. You are everything to me. Thank you for being here tonight. You coming here and pulling through really helped. Mary, I hope you can see me. This is for you. Yeah, everybody, I love you guys. Community has been great. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cry. Amanda, I've known you since kindergarten. You will always be my friend. Everyone up here except for Yakov, I've known since elementary school. Yakov, it's okay. You make up for it.
Is it the hair?
Yeah, I think I've taken too much time. I love you all. Good luck with the future.
And here I have for you Rachel Friedman Doan.
Community is the only school I know where kids beg to take more than 7 classes. You guys were crazy, and there's a million reasons why we all love this school. And sitting here with Jessica, I had about 4 copies of my speech that I was looking over, and I'm like, well, there's that, that person said it. And I can point out a memory that I've had with everyone in this class, and that's amazing. And I'm glad that I got the chance to know everyone. And there are 2 reasons why I'm here today. Mom, Dad, I love you.
Hey, wait, what?
Coming up next, the Forum of Judith Dwoskin. Graduating with the Dwoskin Forum, Erica Monapo, Jacob Levy-Pollins, Anna Fishman, Marla Schneider, Victoria Kuhagen, and Adam Markovitz.
A lot of people this evening have spoken about love, and these 6 graduates are loved and loving, and it has been my privilege to watch them grow up and be a part of all the love that has been showered on them. I present to you Victoria Kuhagen.
So there's this boy. He's the most kind-hearted and loving person that I have ever met. Since he entered my life, he has brought nothing but joy and happiness to me. He may not know this, but I adore him more than life itself. He's my brother. And Zachary, I cannot express to you in words how much you have impacted my life. I dedicated my 30 seconds to you as a small gesture to show you just how much I care about you or love you.
This is this is Marley Schneider, and here goes the mic. I think you know this is Anna Fishman.
So I lose a lot of things, but one of my most proud things that I've been carrying with me for 4 years is that I've never lost a book, ever. And so I wrote a little poem. Okay. Towards the end of my 9th grade year, I left a book outside near the gas station at the bus stop, in fact, and I was horrified when I considered that it might not be intact when I went back to get it. But it was worse. It wasn't even there, as if it had vanished into thin air. Some well-intentioned person had taken it back to our school, where I went later that day, freaking out. It wasn't cool. To have to pay $200, but that's what happens when you lose things. But some people like me would like to live like kings. But that's not possible when you're $200 in debt to your parents, who will never let this go. Though I have lost many other things, like a worksheet or two, you can always ask for extra of those before they're due. I've never lost a book or anything else that carries a fee, which is why today I brought back my biology CD.
Adam Markovitz.
I had written a speech, but I saw my thank yous did not make their way into the pamphlet, so here's my thank yous. Number 1, to my family, Mom, Dad, Becca, Lara, and my grandma, who's in from California. Thank you, especially Mom. I don't know what I would have done without you. And to my teachers at Community, Marion, thank you so much for keeping me in line during my freshman and sophomore year. I was sort of a brat. Counseling office, John, thank you for all your jokes and talking to me whenever I walked into your office unannounced. And Judy, thanks for the water. Brian, thank you for teaching me my lock from my Descartes. And finally, Judith, thank you so much for all the creative writing, help, and I'm sorry I never learned to cook for your forum.
He did not ever cook.
And I know that's a no-no, however, at least I could help us finally win one round of tug-of-war.
Jake Levy-Pollins.
Our class of 2005 started as 2 twin towers and 3,000 lives came toppling to the ground. Since then, we have seen war, natural disasters, and disastrous elections. But we've witnessed these moments in history together, so the bad never seemed quite so bad, and the good always seemed so much better. The class of 2005 is filled with future governors and award-winning artists, philanthropists, and groundbreaking doctors. We are 115 people who have the capacity to change the world one day. And I, for one, am looking forward to the day that we do. Thank you.
Erica Minopo.
There's so many things I wish I could say about community. I think so much of this school, and it's meant so much to me, but I just couldn't find the right words to use. This was where I was going to light my hat on fire. But I was told it wasn't the thing to do in Rackham and that it might be somewhat of a fire hazard. Community, I will miss you, and happy graduation, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judith, the Waskin Forum. Next, the forum of Steve Koran. Small but mighty, graduating with the Koran Forum is Jonathan Cooperman and Maren Green.
Oh, hi. You're missing the important part, Steve.
Thank you. Smile for the yearbook.
Okay, just push the button. Okay.
We're almost done. Maren Green,
Oh, hi. First, I'd like to thank the parental units. You pushed me through everything, including crew, which I needed, and all my friends. And now I'd like to dedicate this song to Adrian Clark. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adrian. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
I have something for Marin. May you ever have $1. John joined our forum late, and then we didn't see him for a while. But we're so glad you're back.
I am too.
John Cooperman.
All right, first I'd like to thank my mom and my dad and my little sister. I know my dad's there. I don't know where anyone else in my family is, but thank you. Hey, right there, cool. I'd also like to thank Steve. As you can see, he has the ability to make 1,000 people smile and look like idiots for a little box of silver color. I'd like to thank all my teachers, especially Marion and Marcia and Robbie, for failing me in classes and making me work that much harder to actually earn stuff. And also Senora for not failing me through making me stay after just about every day and every lunch and work really hard. Thank you very much. And if I lose contact with any of the people in this front row, please do expect me to show up at your dorm room or parents' basements in the middle of the night looking for you. So I hope I can remain friends with all of you. That's not a threat, don't worry about it, but thank you. Good job. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, the Forum of Steve Coran. The Forum of Chris Enberger. Also small but mighty, graduating with Chris Ann's Forum, Jamie Merritt and Noah Ginsberg.
Yes, small but mighty, but as you saw at the tug of war, we did come in second place, so that's okay. So it's my pleasure to introduce Jamie Merritt.
I want to thank everyone in this auditorium because I am so happy to get this right now. I didn't know if it was going to happen, but thanks to this woman right here, it did, so thank everybody here. Thank you all so much.
And Noah Ginsberg.
I want to thank my grandma, my mom, my dad, Linda, Jeffrey, Jacob, Orly, CJ, JJ, and Kaylee for being here tonight and for all their love and support. I also really want to thank all the wonderful teachers and counselors I've had at Community, especially Chris Ann for playing Battleship with me.
And
for and for calling my mom when I didn't keep kosher in Forum. I'm also very grateful for Mike Grace's jazz program and the amazing opportunities it's given me. And also, I want to thank two wonderful English teachers that I've had this year at Community, Judith Dwoskin. She introduced me to a lot of really interesting books, and I just really liked the way she ran her class and everything. And also another teacher that was really inspiring to me from Huron, who's retiring this year, Mr. Bidlack. He was one of the best teachers I've ever had. So thank you. I've had a lot of great experiences at Community, and I'm excited to be graduating with my class tonight.
All right. The Forum of Chris Anberger. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, the Forum of Mike Alpervitz. Big group graduating with Mike's Forum this year. Paco Leon, Jacob Scobie-Thal, Max Squires, Asia Mahan, Catherine Hendrickson, Alexander Matsukevitz, and Yuri Ramzan.
Standing before you are 7 of the greatest kids in the world. The 8th greatest kid, Paco Leon, could not be here because of the lacrosse tournament. I give you Yuri Ramzan.
I'd like to thank my friends and family for being here to see me at this graduation. And most importantly, my good friend Mike to me. And I'd like to thank the community high school staff for their support and admiration. Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, you're in the house. Alex Matuskowitz.
All right, Ken, first of all, I'd like to ask if this actually means something and I've passed your class. I have, all right, sweet. That was my last credit. It's really hard to be original now after so many of us, you intelligent people, have said so many things that mean so much, such as Anna Joseph, Brian Kavanaugh Strong. Basically, what you guys have said is what I've tried to say when we'll say, you guys have made my life so much better and have made me a better person that I needed to be. Thank you.
Catherine Hendrickson.
I'd like to thank my family for always being there for me.
Excuse me? Asia Mahan.
Hi. I know everyone says that all the teachers are wonderful, but I'd like to especially point out one person in my life who, if not for that person, I would have just given up, and I'd like to thank Pam Kirchen.
Max Squires.
2 years ago, I was thinking about transferring to Pioneer. Now I don't know why. These 4 years have been the greatest years of my life, and I know there's a lot of you going to Western and K College, and I hope to see you next year.
Next. Kristen Stelter.
Well, I'm here. I see my family back there. Dad, Scott, Grandma, Grandpa. I'm sorry, this is really hard. I want to thank all the staff. You guys have been so wonderful, and this school has been so helpful. But there's one person who's not here tonight, and that is my mom. And I would really like to think that she's looking down on me and smiling right now. And I mean, for me, it's just like community has been such a wonderful, beautiful place to grow as a person, and I feel like I can move on now, and I'm definitely gonna come back and see you guys. Thank you so much.
Good. Jake. Jake Scobie-Thal.
I'm going to actually read Paco's first so I can be officially the last person to speak. All right. 4 years ago, I walked into the back doors of Community not really knowing what to expect. I was a bit intimidated and probably just as obnoxious as any other freshman. But as I leave the building, I know there's absolutely no place better to find an education. Every single person in the building loves to learn and is eager to share all they have to offer. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for the influence of every one of you. So thank you all for pushing me, sometimes pretty hard, in the right directions. I won't ever forget any of you.
Thank you. The Forum of Mike Alpovitz. Oh, you got it.
And now, last but not least, Jake Scobie-Thal.
Two cheers. Okay, so as much as I agree with everything everyone said tonight, and I love Community too, but I've pretty much spent all of the last 4 years of my life wishing I lived in Middle Earth. So I think this is appropriate, and at least my father and Ken can appreciate it. My dear people, my dear Alexanders and Schneiders, and Bankas and Kurtzes, my dear Halls, and Levy Pollinses and Crosses and Tabs, welcome to my graduation. I hope you are enjoying yourselves as much as I am. I've brought you here for a purpose. Indeed, 3 purposes. First, high school is far too short a time to spend with such excellent and admirable hobbits. I know half of you half as well as I should like, and like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. Second is to celebrate our graduation. And third, I regret to say this is the end. I must be going. I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Community High School class of 2005.
This was a wonderful evening, and I thank all of the graduates for saying such heartfelt things. I want to thank Mike Grace and his jazz band for, as always, providing us with wonderful music and our own alternative version of Pomp and Circumstance. You've been a wonderful audience. You've loaned us your children for 4 years, and we've enjoyed having them so much. When I'm not going to make another speech. You can all rest easy about that. Okay. We're going to let the graduates recess first, and then the audience will follow. So thank you all very much for coming tonight.
Graduates, then staff.
Longer than last year. 5 minutes to 10.
Great graduation.
Great. Get us proud.
Okay, as soon as this row. Okay, we'll let these guys out, please.